All right, Megan, can you give me your name, your position, your year at Carolina, and one thing you like about your position?
My name is Megan Bartlett, MEGHANBARTLETT. I'm a sophomore. I am a student recruiting events assistant for Carolina football. And what was the last one?
And one thing that you like about where you're working right now?
Just being in the sports atmosphere, like college sports especially, is one of my favorite things in the whole world. So this is like really, really special for me.
So how does it make you feel? Do you ever feel disincluded from the sports industry because you're a woman? Do you think that people get shocked? Or actually, that's a leading question. We're gonna cut that. What are people's reactions when you tell them that you intend to work in the sports industry?
A lot of people ask if I want to work in sports just to get close. That's annoying. Okay.
We'll restart it.
I was like, hello.
What are some people's reactions when you tell them that you're interested in working in the sports industry?
A lot of people, when I tell them that I want to work in sports, they ask if I want to work in sports just to get close to athletes, and like if I'm just searching for my Mrs. degree here, and a lot of misogynistic stuff like that. But I wish they could understand that I care about sports just as much as they do. Just because I have a different set of chromosomes doesn't mean I care about it any less, and that I have different intentions than any of my male counterparts.
Absolutely. And if you could have a dream job once you get done with this internship, once you graduate, please elaborate on that a little bit. What would your dream job be?
I mean, I'd definitely be interested in staying and working for Alex, who's our director of recruiting for the football program. This has been a super fun position, and it's literally just starting. So I have the whole rest of football season to find out more about it. And then more in a more general space, like just working in college athletics sounds really, really cool. I've always had college athletics has always lived in a really close place in my heart. So that would be something I'm super interested in. Maybe recruiting. Yeah, I really like this aspect of it. Getting to tell people how much I love Carolina and convince them that this is where they want to be. That this is where I want to be. I think I'd be really good at it, and I think I would enjoy it a lot. If I were to go into professional sports, I think I would want to work in the National Hockey League. I'm really big on hockey. The Carolina Hurricanes are like my favorite professional team ever, so I think working in that space would be really cool as well.
Okay, and do you have any advice to any younger students, even women in particular, if you want, about pursuing some type of sports industry career or getting internships here? What would you tell them to look forward to do?
To do, I guess I would just say keep your head up, because it's definitely not easy. Just staying motivated and stuff like that. It's really easy to get down on yourself and think that you're not worthy of holding this position, or you shouldn't be working in sports just because you're a woman specifically. As for stuff to look for, I literally got this internship off of a Google form application that I saw on Twitter. So just keep your eyes peeled. It's gonna be everywhere. Opportunities are gonna be everywhere. You just have to jump at the first one that you find, which is what I did. I got really lucky.
Okay, anything else you want to add, Megan?
I don't think so.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Okay, Megan, can you go ahead and state your position for me at UNC football right now?
I am a recruiting events assistant.
And can you describe to me in detail what a recruiting events assistant does?
So as of right now, every home game day, we report about 5 hours before kickoff and get the football facility set up for recruits to show up for unofficial visits, official visits, and stuff like that. We get them after we get them set up, and we get them, if they buy a meal, feed them, and then we position them, take them down on the field for pregame, and then after pregame, we set them up in the bleachers so they can watch the football game.
Okay, Megan, and why did you choose to work as a football recruiting assistant? What inspired you to do this?
Well, Carolina football has always been huge for me and my family. Carolina in general has always been huge for me and my family. My birth announcements literally said the littlest Tar Heel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just always been really huge for me. And over the past couple of years, I've really developed an interest in working in sports. And so I figured that this would be a nice way into that, a nice way to ease myself in, dip my toe in, make connections and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess my next question for you would be, where did that interest in sports come from? I hate to say it, but it is kind of, you're an outlier right now in the sports industry working as a woman. Where did your interest stem from?
I mean, I think it came from my dad, honestly. I grew up going to a bunch of games with him, and ones that we couldn't go to, we would always sit and watch TV. I remember every single Saturday, my entire life, was sitting in front of the TV watching Carolina football. And it's just always been a huge part of my life, and I think that came from him.
All right, so when did you get this internship? When did you apply? How long does it last? What's the time frame for what you're doing right now?
So I applied in June, and then I interviewed in June, and I got the internship in June. I actually had my first day of work, I guess, about 2 days after I got the acceptance email.
Mm-hmm.
So then we had a orientation in August, and then we work every single home game day. And then we have these things called junior days, which I'm going to work, one in December, one in December, one in February, one in March. So this internship runs from June to May.
Okay, and do you plan to try and reapply for the same internship next year? What's the future going to look like for you as far as this program and this internship?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in reapplying. We've only had one home game day so far, so that's all I've really gotten to work in the football atmosphere. But I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm super interested in pursuing this through the rest of my college career. I would be interested in maybe pursuing one of the higher up positions, because right now I'm just an events assistant, but there's recruiting interns and managers and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely something I'm interested in doing.
All right. Do you like the people that you're working with? How do you feel about your coworkers and your peers that you're working with in the sports industry here?
I love the people that I work with. They're all so sweet. With all of the student interns, everybody, there's a real sense of camaraderie, because we all kind of aren't exactly sure of what we're doing or what we want to do. So we all know that we're trying to figure that out, and I think that's really nice. And then all of our mentors, like Alex and Julian and everybody, they've been so helpful and so nice and understanding of where we're coming from and what we want to know about what we're doing.
Okay, wonderful. Now I'm gonna pause this. Straighten yourself up, fix your hair, and then step up like you're on a mission. Okay, wonderful. Stay where you are. We're gonna have to redo that. Fix your hair or something. Give it a little. Pretend to close the gate. I just have to have you doing something, moving. No, keep walking. Keep walking the other way. Oh, restart.
I can't leave it closed.
You can leave it oh yeah, that's true. Set, go. Slower. When you get, faster. When you get to the gate, put your hands on both sides and look out at the field. Okay, stay.